Hello. Thought I'd go live. A few people seem to be interested in the absolutely enormous quantity of clothes which I have acquired. This was all through a lady that I met through a flea market. So she's a bit of a hoarder. I think she was buying stuff ostensibly to resell, and although she resells jewellery, she really hasn't got around to the clothes. She'd bought a lot of stuff for herself because her weight had fluctuated too. So I've kind of got a lot. I bought a whole load of stuff off her in the summer and sort of cherry picked some very nice pieces, which are still selling. But she was just desperate to make some space in her house. So I kind of thought, well, perhaps what I should do is take it all anyway, make bundles, especially if there's certain sizes. Sorry, I'm fidgeting, I'm not very comfortable. So I'm doing it this way. I really ought to bring up some chat and see if anyone's there. I haven't quite worked out how to pop out the chat on this, so being a bit of a techie numpty, let's have a go. It doesn't recognise my face. It's distinctive enough. Why do we not recognise my face? Should I smile? Are we not getting enough daylight? Is that what it is? Hang on. Oh, for goodness sake. If there's anyone out there, I'd like to say hello. Come on, you know it's me. Oh, stupid bloody thing. It's all right. Good job I'm not monetised, isn't it? Done. Right, so how do I get my chat up? Seriously, this is so professional. I should have thought of this before I started. But it is a whole bundle of stuff, so I wonder if I don't even know how to do this. There we go. I'm not even on there. How ridiculous, how ridiculous, how ridiculous. So if you are out there, I'm going to apologise because I'm not sure I know how to bring up the chat, which is really, really, really crap. Oh, hang on. Yes, I can. There. Okay, group chat. So if there's anyone out there, do say hi. I might be doing this wrong. I might have broadcast. I'm not sure. Doing it through YouTube Creator Studio, so I'm hoping it works. If it doesn't, I'm not doing it again. So, yeah, that's very strange. I don't know. So, hello, one and all. What have I got here? A cameraman, a control room, a screen share. Ah, so that's how you screen share things. It could be very useful for me in the future. Before I launch into the very big pile of stuff, you can watch this back anyway, on zoom through it. I did get a couple of finds this morning near my yoga class shop. I picked up this dress, not because it was any brand, but it's vintage, it's got the pleated skirt, it's midi, and it's polka dots. And it does have all its buttons. So I picked that up, thinking, oh, well, okay, I don't really need clothes, but hey, here we go. But what I did see is I saw this dress and thought, that's an awfully nice pattern. It looks like a big size, and it is, if anyone doesn't know this brand already, you may or may not find it. It's Gudrun Stoden, God knows how you say it. All I can say is she's worth lots and lots of money. I sold a dress of hers about a week ago for nearly £50, and I think this one is pretty much unworn, so it may get some more. Now, I've got to just try and tune in and see, have I done this wrong? Am I not actually broadcasting? Is there no one out there? Can no one see me or hear me? 10 viewers. So people are, can someone just let me know in the chat if they're there? Because I'm not sure I've set the chat up right. And I'm just trying to go in here. So tell me I am live and I'm not just talking to myself, which I've been known to do. Why this doesn't recognise my face? Does this look different to what it did this morning? No. Might not have any makeup on it, but seriously, it doesn't very often anyway. Stupid bloody thing. I always get fed up with this phone. I love it dearly, but it's not much use when it wants to recognise you by face. Have I got any messages? So someone's in the chat, but the chat I've got is not coming up. So let me get rid of that. Okay. Let me see if I can find the chat another way. Karen, lovely to see you. At least I know I'm here. I'm not sure what's going on and why I'm being such a numpty, but when I pull out the chat on this thing, it's not there, or you're not there. So my good one, Jodin, or whatever she's called, was a great find. That's going to be in excess of £50, and that makes my trip worthwhile. I'm a very, very happy bunny today. I had the world's best cleaner, and I know that sounds a bit naff because why can't I clean my own house? But I am not housework friendly, and my mum has somebody, so I've got the same lady coming here, and my God, what she does in 2 hours, it would have taken me all day. I have never seen that shower that shiny since it went in. So, oh, she's a genius. Lovely lady, funnily enough, called Karen. It's a good name. And I'm just delighted that she's able to help me out. And in fact, it's my, oh God, okay, I am live. I don't want to see myself. I don't want to see myself, but I do want to watch the chat. I've got the chat. Oh, look, everybody's here. Oh, wow. Okay. Hello. I'll do it properly now. Hello, Gemma Lou. Hello, Lobster Pot. Hello, Karen. Hello, Kath. Nice to see you in here. Let me just... Kirsty Victoria Retro. Not seen that name before. That's a lovely lovely name. Scooby Shaggy. I love that name. Scooby Shaggy 1983. Well, hello, one and all. Right, hopefully that will stay and I can see you all while I'm doing this. I'll do my best. So that was my little haul. Something that's not clothes, just for a change. Just for a change. Rumpole of the Bailey, complete box set. It's about £17.99 worth, but I only paid £2 for it, so I thought, you know, why not? And I might watch them first, because actually they're really good. This is series 1 to 7 and Rumpole's Return, which, if any of you remember, was the very last thing where they kind of like ended it all in a very satisfying fashion, although I can't remember how they did it now. So I may end up rewatching those. Now, with these bags, I must have come back with about 7 bin bags full of clothes. Some pre-worn, a few not pre-worn, all in various sizes, various conditions. Has to be said, the lady's house, it's a smoker's house. So there's going to be 7 kinds of holy what's it, trying to get rid of the fug. There's going to be a lot of Febreze. So you're in the chat, you can hear and see me. Fantastic. Oh, glad everybody's in here. Lovely. Thank you. Fab. So yeah, like I say, these 7 bags, I paid her £30 for it. She didn't actually really want much in the way of money at all, and I just felt that it was only fair and right, and she can go and treat herself to some clothes that she does want. And she needed the space. I was happy to take the stock, because my plan is I'm probably going to bundle up most of this stuff. I started and I've gone through about 3.5 bags. I did it yesterday because I haven't got room for this much stuff. I now know what Carla means when she said she hasn't got space, because I've got space and I still feel like I'm drowning in it. Started sorting it out into sort of larger sizes, so 18 and up, and I put those all in one bag, and it does smell smoky. I've got another bag of stuff which is what I call sort of bundle fodder stuff, and then I have got another bag somewhere which are the individual items that I will try and resell individually, and there are some in there. My main plan is to actually get shot an awful lot of it, bundling, taking Karen's suggestion of bundling them up in 10s and selling them on. They're perfectly resaleable. I just really haven't got the time to work through this lot. So there were actually quite a lot of jeans in there as well. If I start off, there were a couple of jean skirts. See, some of it was new. I've taken the charity tags off much of this. Things like Editions, which is that a supermarket brand? I'm not sure. Little denim skirts. So they're things that I may bundle. There's actually a few denim jackets as well. Now, denim jackets, I know, come festival, boho, chic, hippie, whatever. Little denim jackets, of which is a horribly creased. I quite like this one. It is for me. You know, they actually go right, even when they're the sort of very high streety brands. I've got one here that's Jessie Ray. I think that's one of those sort of TK Maxx kind of has this sort of thing, along with Raymond Originals, and that's a very smart denim skirt. Have I got to come out and go back in again? Sorry, I'm being a bit of a numpty. Live chat. There we go. Okay, so there are a few of these. I can't even begin to tell you what I'm going to make out of it. Obviously, I'm going to very, very easily make my money back, but I just now have to start lotting it up into bundles, mixing the very, very high streety stuff with some of the nicer bits so that people get a good deal. So, but I did save 3 bags that I hadn't been through, and I thought, you know, why not? God, they're so heavy I can barely lift them. There's one. So we'll have a dig in and see what we can find. I literally, she had this room jam-packed full of stuff, and she has some beautiful stuff, I've got to be honest. But she just needed this wardrobe and this stuff on the floor. She was finding clothes that she didn't know she had that she was going to keep. Very, very interesting situation there, lover. You see, a lot of these have still got their charity shops on, so she's plainly buying them with a view to resale. Now, is this the big bag, or have I... What have I got here? Is this a bag of big stuff? Don't know what this is. Right, okay, so these are size 20, and they're Marks and Spencer's. Sort of, are they wide legs, or is that just because they're bigger size? It's work trousers, I would say. So what I need to do is I'm going to chuck things in a pile so I know what they're going to be. That's ordinary size. That's big size. So I'm going to sort of put them into roughly. I honestly couldn't tell you what I've got here. Some of this stuff may be donatable or maybe rags. You know, it's not all going to be gorgeousness or stuff that I would necessarily want to resell. Sort of one of those wrap top things, but I might give it a wash and see if it comes up better. It's a size 20, so if I can make it nice, that could go in the bundle, but that's going to go over there because that needs washing. Ah, goodness me. I've never had this much clothes in one go. I'm absolutely sort of slightly overwhelmed by it all. I'm sorry about the quality of the light in here. This is my office, but I didn't dare take over the rest of the house. Well, that's rather nice. That's a size 22, but it's got a sort of a drop back with a zip, and then it's a bit more modest at the front, just a tunic, dress and floor. It's next. I don't normally sort of pick next up, but you know, why not? It goes in a bigger bundle pile. These were literally screwed up on the floor. There you go. Now that's a size 10. It looks a bit like a dish rag, but it is actually monsoon, and it's a little wrap top. A lot of these seem quite summery, and it may be that I didn't select any of these when I went round last time because I didn't want summer stuff. So most of it is going to be bundled unless there's something particularly nice. Brown trousers. Who doesn't love a brown trouser? And what I should have done is made sure that I take the charity labels out because that's a pain to do later on. There's the bin bag. There's another. Now these are Winsmore, but they are brown. Oh, but they're sort of wideish leggy. Bigger size, I should say. Big sizes. I don't mean that to sound disrespectful in any way, but I have to sort out the larger sizes from the smaller ones because there's no point in bundling them all together. And people may want a larger size bundle for reselling off themselves. So yeah, Winsmore trousers, nice quality, but brown. Now, funnily enough, I sold a sort of a bustier top the other day, so plainly it is making a comeback. This is next, and it's an 18. I do have trouble telling if they're 18s or 16s because they're not very clear sometimes. That's quite nice. You could sort of, I don't know what you would wear it with, but it's really rather nice. So if that's an 18, that can go in that pile. Honestly, anything that's white though. Oh man, you're glad you guys haven't got smelly vision. It's just a next shirt. Sorry if I don't sound very excited about these. I should be because whatever I get for them, I'm making money. But it's not my usual. It's not the stuff that makes my heart sing. It's not the stuff that makes me go, oh, wow. It's a bundle stuff, and I want to shift this as fast as possible. And I'm trying to think how to photograph a bundle so that it looks nice. I made a bit of research, and I may look. That's rather pretty. Nice colour. It's a very bold pink. That's an 18. Some of us have got labels in. She liked Our Hospice and the Weald, and I know why, because she lives very near it, literally around the corner. Some of these things may be more out of style than others, but I think if someone likes the style and it's theirs, they're going to wear it anyway. This is a small size. Actually, it's quite nice. It's ribbon that's been sewn on. She has a cat. She has 2 cats as well. Very beautiful cats, I must say. This is going to be something small. It's Peruna. There we go. And it's a 10, so that's in the smaller ladies bundle. I'm having trouble shifting skirts at the moment. I don't know if any of you lot are finding that. I really am having trouble shifting skirts. I've had a sale on them. I'm trying to get rid. Any of you having any success with sales? What is this? Hang on, I had it the wrong way up. I had it upside down. This is a very bold pink. Principles. It's that very bold pink again that was so... But that is silk, definitely. I have the... I would say it's 100%. And yes, it is. Might be worth trying to resell that. It's Principles. But maybe not. Maybe not. But that's the smaller size anyway, so that can go in that bundle. Again, something white, but something new with tags. That was New Look, is that? New Look. newlook.co.uk. But although we're in the depths of winter, people are going to start buying. They're all thinking holidays. Oh, it's a dress. Okay. Well, look at butterflies. It's a very thin dress. It's one of those sort of beach cover-up jobs. And that is a size small. So that plainly is going in my other bundle pile. I might try and do sort of like summery bundles. Try and theme it slightly. God, I didn't realise there was so much, you know, once you start digging. You saw a lot of M&S stuff on its own. I certainly have done. Oh, Winsmore again. I certainly have done with certain things, especially if it's new with tags. But there's a lot of people that really like their M&S stuff and they know it fits them. And another pair of these rather voluminous trousers. They feel very nice quality though. Oh, there's no wool in them. But they're an 18, so I may try and lock those up with the other ones. Oh, all the stuff's really cold because it's been sat in the car all night. I didn't dare bring it in the house till this morning. Oh, right, bigger pile. Some of the stuff is amazing. So, oh, a lovely dress. But it's Atmosphere. Well, nothing wrong with Atmosphere. This is quite a well-made item, I must say. I'm quite surprised it's Atmosphere. That's Primark, isn't it? It's a 10. Little black dress with a big bow on the front. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I might put it in a bundle rather than try and sell it individually, but in which case that wants to go in there. There will be a clothes avalanche at some point. These bags are very thin. Oh, now I've gone for this because this looks like silk. I'm like a magpie, jewel colours and silk. Can I read the chat now? Yes, I can, lovely. I've actually got it on here because, well, you know, I didn't want to mess around. I didn't want to muck about on the... oh, I've not heard of this brand. See, there are brands I haven't heard of. Bianco Levering. That sounds Italian, possibly, or French. It's a little jacket and it's shot silk. I'm sure that is silk. Let me have a look. It might not be. Velvet. No, it's not velvet. It's definitely not velvet. It's mostly silk, actually. It's mostly silk with a little viscose, which is fine. I mean, once it'll photograph nicely. It's a lovely rich wine colour. And that's obviously a smaller size. That might be something I'll try and sell individually. So that can go. Where am I going to put those? Let me just make a pile there. There we go. We're going to have a situation, I think, soon. But because of that is silk, and it's a brand I haven't heard of. It warrants a bit more research. Marky Sparky jumper. in a nice teal, and you'll know that everyone, if people like teal, they wear it to death. It feels quite nice, might be cotton, I suppose. Is that a 20? That doesn't look like a size 20 to me. Blimey, no. There's no way that's a 20. Or maybe it's a very tight-fitting 20. I'm really, really bad at sizes. It's a man-made one, so I think that will... Should I really put that in the bigger bundle? I don't know. Pop it there. Ooh, sexy slinky. Little number. This looks more like nightwear, I have to say. It certainly isn't silk, it's something else. It's M&S. It's a 12. Apparently slip dresses are really in, so you get a dress like this and they're going to do well. Keep seeing them in those sort of fashiony magazines that I occasionally read. I'm not a slave to them, but oh, this is all very mysterious as well. Wallace. This is very oh, it really doesn't show up on here. It's kind of sheeny old fabric. What are we? What are we made from? Acetate and nylon. Yes, that'll go in the bundle. I do, you know, I will sell a piece if it's a nice style and it's something that I'm... Oh, no, I wonder if this goes with the... No, probably not. Wondering if this went with that pajama thing, but this is more like a nightshirt. It's very nylon. Oh, some people like it. It kind of makes me want to go, because it gives me static electricity vibes. Ugh, not nice. Talking of nylon, if any of you are really old enough, oh, Bianca 11 is a decent Italian label. Thank you very much, love support, much appreciated. It looked nice. It's the quality, you know, it's something about the quality, so I will research that. Thank you. Yeah, are any of you old enough to have been a child of the late 60s and early 70s when nylon was very much a thing? It was all like, oh, we haven't got to iron cotton anymore. Let's have everything in nylon. Let's have nylon sheets, nylon bedspreads, and nylon nighties. So you'd be in your nylon nightie, you'd jump into your nylon sheets, and honestly, if the lights were out, there were sparks. Sparks flew. It's the strangest. And this is what happens to me when I'm anywhere near nylon. My hair starts, because I've got very fine hair, admittedly plenty of it, but very fine hair. I have a problem with static, so I don't know what size a 38 is, but it's not particularly big, so I just can't even bear to touch it. It makes my skin crawl. You're old enough, lobster. Brentford nylons, yes. Now, apparently, if you find sort of, especially their packaged sheets and things, that they go for good money, because there are people who like them for all sorts of reasons, I suspect. Oh, it's a very small warehouse dress. That feels like silk to me. I think that will be silk. I can spot silk a mile off because I always used to wear it. Yes, 100% silk. It's a teal colour. Now, I know teal is quite popular. I might have a go at selling that individually. We'll see. I always love natural fabrics, so I kind of always had a bit of a nose for them. Oh, atmosphere again. Well, you know, wide leg trouser. Yes, they're rather funky. Again, they're very nylon-y, so you wouldn't get me in them. But, and they're a 10, so they're quite a small size. But, you know, someone's going to enjoy them. I let your eyes go a bit funny, though. Oh, so much nylon. Right, let's move on. Ooh, shiny. Shiny, shiny, shiny. It's very shiny. It's 2, which is Sainsbury's. But that's quite a nice little layered number. That's rather nice in a muted gold. It's not any sort of fabric, but it's a 14, so that'll go towards one of my bundles. What a voyage of discovery. You think I'm... Oh, you haven't seen me when I'm angry, Steve. You wouldn't think I'm very nice then. Oh, dear. Well, am I not the tallest anymore then? I was named as the tallest. It's all clothes, Steve, but I know you're learning about clothes, so I thought this was rather pretty. This is like cherry blossom, which I think is quite a perennial thing. I'm just trying to see what... Oh, it is 2. And it's a 22. How pretty. It's nice to see pretty clothes in bigger sizes, because sometimes you begin to wonder why they think that if somebody's a bigger size, they wouldn't want to wear something fashionable and trendy and pretty and in a nice fabric. Oh, we're getting near the bottom of the bag though. Hello, Shellstar. Brentford nylon, yes, that is from the 60s. Strawberry blonde hair again. A human Van de Graaff generator. I loved Van de Graaff generators. Bit of a science nerd, I'm afraid. Bowden. Hey, Bowden. It's a 10. And I find in Bowden the bigger sizes do better, but that's pretty. Might sell that individually because that actually feels as if it's never been worn. It's got that sheen to it. So a little pile of individual sales there. Just doing it tallest and nicest. Blimey, I should be blushing. Oh, these are Levi's. Apparently it says this is a pair of Levi's jeans. In case you didn't know when you bought them, paid a fortune for them. But it's got a fabric patch on the back. So I'm guessing these are ladies. They've got some stretch in them, which is always useful, and they're not stupidly low-waisted. They're a mid-rise boot. They don't do so well, do they? And they are only a size 10. They look big for a 10. So, but they're in really, really good condition. So, got a little bit of something there. So we'll try and see if they'll go. I keep hearing stories of how the very low rise, like showing off your nether regions jeans, are going to come back. Well, I, for one, won't be wearing them. I wasn't very fond the first time round. I'm just not made that way. But apparently, horror of horrors, they're making a bit of a comeback. I've hit jeans, so I'm near the bottom of the bag. Yay! What we got here? So those were Levi's. What are these? They're so good they priced them twice. Topshop. Now, some Topshop jeans actually do quite well. These are very skinny. Width 26. So 26, that's an 8. That's an 8. Tried a bloody tough. Oh, Golden Bennett. Right, yes, very tough. These are known as Baxter. Thankfully, with Topshop Moto, they do actually put the names in them. And they're in pretty good nick, so they might go all right. Do without half a ton of dust on them. This lady had cats as well, so there was a few things where the cats plainly made a nest on them. Right, these are more of a faded style. The vintage cigarette. Well, if you can smell what I'm smelling, there's a lot of vintage cigarette going on here. She paid for all of these as well. Charity shop prices. Hang on, I've got to cut this. These are very thick things. Yes, I haven't grown any taller, by the way, Steve. I really haven't, and I'm not going to, but my son has. He keeps growing. They're next in the size 10. So I may bundle those, but they're a cigarette jean. I think I'm just going to have to lay these outside on a nice day or something. Right, I'm going to... Excuse me, wrestling. Right. It's working out what I've done and what I haven't done yet, if you know what I mean. So those are... That is... And we'll start a new bag up. I've actually got more of the bigger sizes than the smaller ones, so I'm going to have quite a few nice bundles to sell. I don't know what I'll sell them for. I'll have to do a bit of research on that one because I've not really done bundles of clothes before. Right, I've made that bag far too heavy. Oh, right. Okay. Let me get another bag. Excuse me, bear with. Oh, God. That was too heavy. Hang on a minute. Right, talking about yourselves. Another bag. Okay, DBG's in the house. Hello, and hello, Christine Davies. Thank you for joining us. Oh, right, who needs exercise when you're a resale? Dear God. Right, the second of the 3 bags. Now, this just slightly horrified me. I saw this fabric. I don't know if I can show it in all its hideous glory. It's very 60s, 70s. And I think I might have to do a little bit of repair. No label in it. It's one of those sort of, well, you know, whoops, sorry, that doesn't really go. How 70s is that? Shapeless, nylon, hideous, which probably means someone somewhere will love it. Not entirely sure what's gone on there. It looks very homemade. Just paid £1 for it. But you see, if I saw that on a pen rail, I might be tempted. Yeah, that actually must be quite a big size, actually, looking at that. But it's vintage, so we'll stick that in the individual pile, see what we can do. Right. This one's got half a cat attached to it. Her cat, or her cats, are creamy colour with sort of chocolatey ears and paws and Siamese with those big eyes. Clearly, this was a nest of theirs upon this particular item, but it is monsoon, and with a proper wash. Oh, yeast. Good job I'm not allergic to cats, isn't it? It's going to take a lot of a wash, that. And conveniently, the size has gone. So I'm thinking that is probably maybe a 14. It's got little mirrored bits on it. It would be quite attractive. Back to the state it's in. So that's getting a wash. Oh, you've got a shed load as well, Shelster. Fantastic. Well, you know, everyone seems to be having such a miserable day on the groups. I thought, oh, even if I'm just a distraction for 5 minutes. Tax return. Oh, yes, Lobster. Yes, I've actually kind of done mine. And then I've realised that although I owe a certain amount of money, say for the sake of argument, £2,000, because I'm finally able to pay tax, that they don't just want the 2,000, they will take 2,000 plus half again at the end of January, and then they want another 1,000 in July. So effectively, out of my paltry profits, I'm paying a massive amount in tax simply because they like to take it a year ahead, and because it's the first year that I've earned enough to actually pay tax. Because for a couple of years previously I was close but not earning enough. So there we go. Now this is George, but of course it's animal print, and it's a nice size, I think. And sometimes things are a nice size but they're oversized, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I'm not too happy with the tax man. That's a 22. There's some very nice bits coming up, and I think this is because she was buying for herself, but bless her, she lost such a lot of weight in such a short amount of time. That's a bit cat hairy as well. Now what did I do with that? Yeah, I think this is the bigger size one. Let me check. I want to sort of file them in the right place, because if I don't file them in the right place, I've made work for myself. Yes, that's a bigger size. So I've really got everything in the bigger sizes, from an 18 up to around a 24. So there's a good range of sizes there, good and sensible. Oh, Bex, hello. Hello, Bex. Nice to see you. Yes, it's clothes. Oh my God. I didn't well, I probably mentioned earlier, but I literally got nearly 7 bags of clothes for £30 off a lady having a massive declutter yesterday, and I gave her £30 for them, which, you know, she didn't really want any money at all, but I just was like, for goodness sake, you know, go and buy yourself something decent. At least you've made the space. And so she was happy with that, and I've come out with all these clothes, and I've decided I'm going to bundle them into sort of larger sizes and try and make nice bundles for people either to resell if they want to, if they're starting out in the game and they don't want to be sourcing and they want to find something, or obviously for someone to have a wardrobe. Perhaps they're losing weight and they just want to have something that's going to do them for the while they're working their way down through the sizes, because people do that. These are Yes Yes jeans. Now, I can't remember which company Yes Yes comes from. It might be New Look or one of those. These are sort of leggings, and they're in a 20. I like Yes Yes jeans because their sizes fit me. So when I see Yes Yes in the charity shops, I'm, yes, yes, please, you're coming home with me. Yes, that's all. Getting confused now. Oh, brown. I see something brown and my little heart sinks, because given that I'm sort of all brown, basically, wearing brown was always a completely pointless episode. This is just an Evie sort of slightly old-fashioned top, but again, it doesn't look like it's been worn much. Sporting the odd cat hair and then a size 18. Bundle fodder. Bundle fodder. Oh, this looks quite nice. What's this? George. Okay. It's a little cardigan. Oh, it's got its share of cat hairs. And I was saying, Rebecca, luckily you guys haven't got smelly vision, because otherwise you'd be smelling what I'm smelling, which is, this is the house of a smoker. And professionally, a professional smoker. That'd probably be all right with a wash. Or is that bleach? No, it's just dust. Anyway, I probably will go through these, and they're all going to get washed, to be honest. I don't normally advocate washing everything, but seriously, yeah. Nobody wants smoky smell. There's something with strings on here. Yeah. Is this? Life, love, fashion. Okay. And you are EV, 18 to 20. I suppose if someone's buying a bundle of something, they don't mind a little strappy top with it. Not worth selling on their own. I'd find these strings very annoying, though. The strings. Not quite sure what they do. Don't know. Don't understand that at all. If I wear something with strings, you get a cat kind of like trying to eat you alive. Ooh. DBG got a mysterious parcel in the post. It was a return. Ah, the post office found it, but it closed in your favour. I have had that once or twice where something's rocked up again, like, oh, bonus buy, let's get it relisted. Get that back on again, DBG. If it's sold once, it'll sell again. Oh my God. I'm having a cat hair fallout moment. Ugh. This was one of the ones that was at the bottom of the wardrobe where the cats had decided to sleep. But it's quite nice. Well, it certainly will be nice when it's all been washed up. In fact, I can't really wash it because it's got tags. I'll have to de-hair it. £27 that would have cost you. It's a nice size in a 22, and it's a lovely summer beach cover-up type top thing. But that really needs a de-hair. Can't know what to do with that. Yeah. Yes, I stopped smoking many years ago. I used to smoke, and the weirdest thing, I don't know if you ever had this, Rebecca, but people always were shocked when I did smoke, because they said I didn't look like a smoker. What does a smoker look like? I don't know. They got a fag in their hand. That's what they look like. And I did smoke for a while, on and off, and then I of course I gave up myself, because as a hypnotherapist I thought, well, if I can't do it for me, I certainly don't feel qualified to do it for anyone else. So I actually gave up twice. Once when I was 27, when I went to see a hypnotherapist, and then I took it up again. Oh, God, don't ask me. I'm nuts. And then I actually developed my own way of stopping smoking that I use quite successfully with a lot of people subsequently. So I'm quite experienced at giving up smoking, and I've not gone back to it. I wouldn't now. But yeah, the smell of it is one of those things that people don't notice when they smoke. They think other smokers smell that they don't. And they get a bit of a, sorry, I'm fiddling here. They get a bit of a rude awakening, and years later when they realise that actually, yes, they did smell of smoke, but people were too polite to say. Because people are far too polite. And it's just one of those things. This is very lopsided. I'm sure the person wasn't lopsided who wore it, but strangely, this doesn't look like it's ever been worn, and it is. Hello, Kitty. Hello, Kitty Sailor, by the look of things. Hello, Sailor. It's quite a decent size. It's certainly not a kid's one. It says Hello Kitty by Sanrio Company Limited. A UK 14 to 16. Okay, so, and it's got Avon Cosmetics on it, so that's very bizarre. I didn't know Avon Cosmetics sold clothes. But that's unworn, so I think someone would probably want that if they're into Hello Kitty, and even if they're an adult. I'm going because I should have a pile of things which is the smaller sizes for bundles. I don't know what I've done with it. Yes, that's quite pretty. It's lacking a label. I always think these florals are quite nice. Sort of chrysanthemums. You gave up, but you love it. A lot of people who stopped smoking do have this thing where that's a 20, and it's Dorothy Perkins. That's rather nice. They do have this thing where they, you know, they're still craving one years later, and I always think, gosh, what a way to go on. I know I was a hypnotherapist, and I'm not suggesting. I mean, I don't do it anymore now, really. But I would suggest it's a great way of stopping smoking if it's worth a try, because it's a lot less. I don't know. You don't get all that yearning for a cigarette afterwards. You kind of deal with it in the sessions, if you've got a good hypnotherapist, that is. For which there can be no guarantee. Yeah, I do sometimes quite like a distant smell of just a waft. A bit of tobacco can be quite pleasant. This is one of these nylon-y Marks and Spencer old lady jumpers, really. It's in a decent size, so maybe it'll go as a bigger bundle. That's a 22. I think that's acrylic, though. Yeah, 100% acrylic. They always feel sort of soft initially, but they're not soft like cashmere is. Now this is silk. Shot silk. It's just it's a nice big size, but it's a kind of a shift dress, a pencil dress. Anne Harvey, which is an okay brand. It's quite an old one though. Maybe it's just had a hard life. But I reckon that could be made quite nice with some cleaning. So I might try and sell that individually, because if it is silk, which I didn't bother checking, it's surprisingly arrogant of me to think I do actually know what the fabric is. Ah, there is a label. You know what? That's not silk. See, I get it wrong. Hold up my hands. Guilty as charged. Viscose linen and polyamide. Yeah, I suppose it isn't shiny enough to be silk. Still feels like a nice quality thing, though. I'll have a look and see if there's if it's worth doing anything with. Here's the pile, and it's growing. It's just seen me disappear in an avalanche of clothes. Pipe tobacco. Yeah. Raw tobacco, like you used to get in tins. I had a thing about having the empty tin afterwards, because the smell of it was raw. Yeah, my granddad. Yeah. Used to roll his own. I still have the scar from when he dropped one of his cigarettes on my foot. You really needed to know that. So there's a reminder that smoking is not only bad for you, but those around you. BZR, which is a very grubby label. Something bizarre. Or maybe it's just bizarre. It's really weird. It's sort of a... Sorry, I'm peering at it myself. I'm not showing you. Apart from being very grubby, it's sort of textured-y. It looks like it's bizarre. If it is, then it could be silk, because I think that's quite a good label. It's obviously quite an old one. And it's rather nice. It's got this sort of button detail around the sleeves. So let's see if it is actually something, or whether it is purely a pure confection. There we go, 100% viscose. It's amazing how you get the weight of them. They can actually feel like they're a slab silk. I'm going to research that one. I think it might be, if it is actually bizarre. Fresh smell is nice. Oh, God, yes. Shag. Yes, that's what they used to call it, wasn't it? Strangely. Doesn't quite mean the same now. Oh, Vicky Bluebird, hello. You've got an allergy to cat dander. Yeah, I'd try and clean anything that's got cat hairs on it. Unless it's new with tags and really can't wash it, but we'll see. We'll find a way. Oh no, that's weird. That's missing its original button. But there's a button there. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I'm not showing you. With these ubiquitous linen trousers, and they've actually got a stain on the back. So these may well be... No, they're not going to anybody, because I wouldn't want to pass those on. Cast those as rubbish. Oh, Texas Gal Treasures has just put up a video. So, oh, I put in this and pulled out this. What have we got here? Ladies fleece with bonus cat hair. Ladies fleece welly socks. Oh, they're my size. Anyway, not entirely sure what anyone will do with those, so we'll just pop those down there. Fleecy welly socks. Is it ears in? You're slaving away making a frittata. Can you make me one, please? I quite like the sound of that. Good afternoon, Monsieur Lazahir. Life Love Fashion, that's another one of those next sort of brands, isn't it? This teal colour is very popular. I think this is more like a tunicky thing. I don't think it's anything special, but it's a nice size. It's an 18 from Evie. Oh. What's that? Need to wash. Grubby marks. Nope. A frittata. And Rebecca's working really hard. I'm sure she is. It's very thin. I mean, look, you can see daylight through it. I really don't think that's a particularly good idea. Nevertheless, that may be something that is entirely someone's taste. It's that broderie anglaise stuff, and it's Evie again, and a size 18. Okay. Probably not everyone's style, but there we go. Oh, we've hit short skirt territory. There's another one that's short skirted, but it's actually got hairs on it, so complicated. Right, where are we? Evie again. Yeah. Well, summer's coming, so who knows? Sheer is a word. Sheer is a word. Now, why did I think you'd written showing off my eyebrows? Just went there completely wrong. Showing off your keywords. Sheer is the right word for that. I mean, normally sheer would be something like Georgette or, you know, that really fine material. That's just thin because it's badly made. So, but I always feel due to be able to tell somebody if something's a bit sheer, because to be perfectly honest, you've got to know whether you put something underneath it or not. Because we all know what happens when someone buys those very inexpensive leggings from certain shops and then stretches them over themselves and then forgets that perhaps they want a really long top on because certain areas are going to be highlighted, and you kind of walk behind somebody and think, you don't know, I know what knickers you're wearing, I know what colour they are and what the pattern is, and I shouldn't be able to see this. It's a horror. So yeah. Oh, new look. There we go. Just a little top there. I wonder what size that is. Which pile is it going to go in? It's going to go in that pile there because it's a bigger size. Gosh, I'm getting through these actually, but I'm going to have to get the Febreze out at some point. Dorothy Perkins. It's not. I don't think that's very white. White is a very difficult colour to sell. I don't know, is it? No, I don't think I'm going to bother with that. Rags. Recycling. Oops. Oh, Lex. Hello, Lex. Everybody's in the house. How lovely. This was a real impromptu thing, and it was partly prompted by Lex, that's Bad Biscuit, who has a fantastic channel, and you must sub to her because she needs to get to 1,000. I think she's only got about 40 to go. Is that right, Lex? So everyone sub to you. That would be wonderful. You had the most marvellous, splendiferous haul of jewellery yesterday, and I haven't watched it all through yet because I haven't had time. Because, problems. Sorry, repairable problems, are they? Could I? Right, someone's put a heel through the back of this rather lovely dress. Calico. Now, I don't think Calico exists anymore, but they were always quite a good brand in the 90s. Quite high quality, a bit like Q and all that sort of thing. Nice button back. I can't really show you. It's lovely and slinky. It's got a nice button back to it. That is the back, not the front. And it looks fabulous. Now, is that maxi? I can never... Excuse me. You're going to get the front of me. Okay, that would be maxi on some people, just not on me. However, it has got something going on with this, and I may be able to repair that because I think that's rather nice. I don't know if it's made out of anything gorgeous. God, a bit of delving about, see what we can find. Yeah. Yes, A Friday seems to be the day for tax returns, doesn't it? I've sort of got mine ready to go, and I'm thinking, is there anywhere I can save any money? Oh, it's a 14, and it's all acetate, but it is such a nice quality. That is so lovely. I'm going to see if I can repair it because it's long and it's black, and it's my size. Possibly. Probably not, because there's no stretch in it, and the things haven't got stretch in, they never fit me in the right places. They're just suitably unflattering. So, 40 to go. It is 40 to go. Right, everyone get over there. Well, I think everyone who's in here is probably sub to you anyway. But yeah, I'm up at about 700. Oh my God. It must be mad. Another EV tunic top, which is inside out, and this one's orange. Same as the blue one we had before. So someone had bought a job lot and got bored with them. They really don't look like they've been worn though. You know, just that slightly satiny feel that they haven't been through the wash cycle. Oh, and it's another one in red. I'll split these up between lots, I think, otherwise someone's going to get a whole bunch. Oh no, it's different. What have we here? Oh my word. Okay, butterflies. Made with extra special love and care. Well, they did, didn't they? They put butterflies all over it. Now, it's not a hole, there's a button. What could possibly be buttoned on to the back of the neck of a t-shirt? Am I being dense? Is there something I've missed? 100% cotton though, so it's all good. Just bizarre. Why would someone have a button at the back? Oh, hello, Corinne. How are you? Got all your transactions. Yes, there's a start. I do mine on an Excel spreadsheet, which is very old-fashioned, I know, and it's very primitive. But I just put all the figures in there and let it do the maths because I have fat fingers when it comes to calculators. Oh God, what's going on here? Ah, a top, a dress. Next, 18. So that's more likely to be a top than a dress then, really, isn't it? In all seriousness, rather nice. I think red's meant to be in, but red's always in, isn't it? Or is that just me? Measuring and packing clothes. Yeah, we're all on a slight avoidance trip, aren't we? I've literally done all the figures, but I'm kind of thinking, should I go to all the trouble of trying to claim all the other little bits and bobs just to chip away at it and have them? You know, I can't be asked. Stupidly lazy, I know. I don't really think anyone's going to want these. No, I don't think so. Nope. These tiny little things, you get them for £1 in. Unless they're made of pure silk or something, but I think people prefer new ones or that sort of thing. It's under. What's going on? Oh, it's another one of these with the mad strings. Yeah, you just have to have a big day of getting down to it, don't you? I've got to clear some of this backlog before I can sit and do the paperwork though. It's another one of these ones with a weird button. I reckon maybe that goes around the back of the neck. So you have your sleeves on, like, boy, it's not really going to work. Sleeves on like so, and then this goes around here. I think that's how it works. Don't know if anyone will want one, but oh, I'm seeing Lurex. I'm seeing Lurex. Everything goes through PayPal. Yeah, everything goes through my PayPal account, but I do use my PayPal to buy things too. So I just do. I clicked onto the reports that tells you your sales and your fees, your eBay PayPal fees, because everything else I can track. Everything else I make a note of. That's rather nice. It's River Island. Probably a bit out of season now. There we go. It's black with goldy bits. It comes out a bit funny on the camera. And that's a 12, so that goes in with my smaller people's bundles. Velvet. I'm drawn to velvet. And there's a large amount of purple ones. Oh, God, yes. Okay, hunt for it. Magically, if you can't find something, a very good way to do it is to just clear your mind, picture the item. Just picture the item and say, right, universe, I need to find this. Tell me where it is, and then let go of the need to find it just for a little while, just for 20 minutes, or have a cup of tea or do something different, and then then start having a pootle through. Because I've done things where I've missed it being straight in front of me because my mind wasn't tuned in. Yeah, that's always happening to me, but I do find them in the end. They are there. This is Velour, Marks and Spencer's. It's been through a whole cigarette factory. But it's rather lovely. It's a nice bigger size, I think. Sort of twist front. It's a 22. There's some lovely bigger sizes here. I really want to get them all beautiful again so that someone can enjoy them. But that one clearly went to the party and inhaled. Oh, good. Oh, hello, Karen. Good to see you. Hello. I'm saying hello to that. I should be saying hello here. Yes, I've been doing a big haul. Yes, a big haul of the many bags I picked up yesterday. Now I'm very confused. Oh, it's a skirt. I'm looking at this thinking it's a top. Why is the bow at the back? It's actually a skirt with a little bow at the back. It's an Primani atmosphere. Oh, no, it's not even a skirt. It's shorts. What do I know? Some expert. Shit. It's a size 10, so that's for smaller peoples. But actually, festival boho, do lollies. It's not Loganook, but it's almost everything else. It wasn't from a jumble Karen. This was it's a lady I know from the flea market that I go to. It's not the lady I normally buy clothes from. A separate lady called Jane. This is another lady called Anne, who is an absolute delight, and she sells jewellery, and she has the most beautiful vintage jewellery store. And I got chatting to her, and then she wasn't there for a while because she'd been very ill. And anyway, it turns out that now she was wanting to clear out a whole load of old clothes that were the wrong size for her that she picked up to resell, and like many people, decided she didn't want to resell clothes for a living. So I literally have got 7 bags of clothes for 30 quid. Of course, I make my money back, and quite a bit. This is a nice little t-shirt here. It's new with tags. Never heard of the brand. To Shine. Doesn't really matter. It's small to medium, but it's got this rather nice detail on the back. It's kind of sort of like a double layer, like a ripped t-shirt over a sequiny thing. So is that a bit goth? I suppose it might be. Oh, it's got a butterfly on the front. That's not goth at all. So someone will want that. And oh, skirt. Very smoky skirt. And a nice size 18. It's the next one, but it's more of a summer number with pleats. Oh man. Oh no, I thought I was at the end of this bag. And there's something else lurking at the bottom along with spare bonus cat hairs. This woman has, oh no, there's 2 things. There you go. What's that? What's this? Clueless. It's polyester and spandex, and it's a size 14, but I can't quite work out. Got it upside down, that's why. It's one of these loose, actually that's quite funky, like that, on the bottom, sort of loose top thing. It's a nylon-y thing, and it comes with 3 bones. I mean, you can see how long the cat's hairs were. I'm covered in them. So that's a 14, so that's quite nice. Femme, I don't think Femme or Femme is a brand to be getting worried about. Oh, I've lost. I've got to backtrack the chat here. I've missed up a little bit. Wowzers. Oh, new corn products. Yeah, I tried some corn meatballs that were quite nice. Just for the sake of trying to be veggie occasionally. But usually I use the little chunks of things that are meant to be a bit like chicken. Because with curries and things, you know, they don't taste of anything, which is precisely what you want. The fake bacon, yeah, I saw that and I thought, oh, fake and bacon. No, that didn't look, or faken. I didn't think it looked good at all. I gave it a wide berth. What have I got here? Some sort of a tunic top in a nice size 20. Again, another summery, comfy, loose style. No great shakes, but quite pleasant. That is the end of the second bag. 2 bags of 3. The nuggets are okay. Okay. Fake gambling's like cardboard too. Oh, yeah. Like I say, stick curry on it. I do like a Thai yellow curry with it, which is mostly coconut milk and spices. So, in all fairness, that's the third bag. I've got more bags I know what to do with. Now, actually, while I'm doing this, I'll put these in the individual listings. I might change my mind and list a couple of the other things individually, but you know, if it's not going to sell for a sensible amount, I really haven't got the time to be dealing with it. So there's going to be a whole lot of washing and ironing going on. Right, okay, that's individual size. Right. Oops. Good Lord. Oh, copying photos and listing. Yeah, I've got a whole load more that I need to make go live with very, very soon. Oh, sorry. Now this looks rather nice. Ah, okay, that's rather cute. Yumi. Just feels quite nice and summery. A couple of loose threads there. It says large. I'm thinking, yeah, how large is a Yumi large? That's probably a 14 if you're lucky. Yeah, that's probably a 14 if you're lucky. So that's for a bundle. Oh, I pinged a nail. 15. Oh, okay. Might have another look at that then. I don't know if that is actually a dress. It's not the prettiest thing. I think that's a bit short for a dress. I think that's the top actually. Yeah. I know some of their stuff, the designs are quite nice, and I've picked them up and gone, oh yeah, you know. Don't think I've sold any Yumi. I don't think I've had. This is new with tags and was apparently £22. Oh, right. Someone's definitely going to want this. Well, maybe. What's that on it? No, that just needs a wash. There's a little mark on it, but I think that'll come out with a wet wipe. This is new, and it's got a doggy on the front. Actually, that looks even better on camera. Is it meant to be a Dalmatian, possibly? Or it looks like a Dalmatian type dog. That's quite cute. Slight bonus cat hair, and there is a bit of a mark here that I'm hoping is just someone's makeup, so that maybe they tried it on. God, honestly, these cats, I've got enough here to stuff a mattress with. Yeah, that's not too bad. That needs a little licky see. I'll put that in my individual selling box because I probably will with that. That's quite nice. Oh man, it's nice dust. Oh. You sold some retail arbitrage. Oh, well, I'm glad it's gone. Yeah, retail arbitrage and me didn't get on very well. Yeah, never mind. Kath Mac. Okay, we're asking for advice here, so let me read this properly. New to selling. Well, welcome to selling, Kath Mac. You're on a great journey. Private seller mine stuff at the moment. I don't accept returns. Yeah, I think in a way you kind of have to if it's, not as described. Because they didn't fit despite me giving detailed measurements. Would I be better accepting the returns? And if so, do I refund the initial postage? Oh, right. If they've opened it as not as described, then what you would usually do is you'd have to send them a label to return it to you. So not only do you refund them the initial postage and the cost of the item, but you also end up paying the postage to get it back. Yeah, it's a difficult one. I think you kind of have to accept them back if it's not as described. It's been a long time since I've had a personal account. Maybe someone else in the chat will know more. Yeah, that's not an easy one, and that's a horrible thing to happen when you start out. Returns can be upsetting, and you do sort of get used to them a bit as you go on, but it's still not much fun. Ooh, now I'm liking this. I'm not entirely sure what it is I've got here. Roman Originals in a size 22. Looks like a kind of cat hair embellished, I have to say. That's going to take some work. Cat hair embellished pinafore style dress, because it's got these lovely little things here. Rather sweet. It's got these sweet little things here. And then it goes to the front, and then I swear, yeah, there's another. Sorry, it's really hard to show you without drowning in cat fluff. You've kind of got the sheer panel. Oh no, it's a scarf, not a panel. Kind of a sheer extra scarf that hangs, and that's held on with a matching, also sort of diamante type, antiqued looking. So I think if that's cleaned up and de-cat hair, that could be quite a decent thing. And it is a big size, so that I'm doing this. Dear Lord, all these bags. Right. I mean, I'm not saying how much I could get for these, but, you know, seriously, I don't truly know until I research them all. It's going to take me a very, very long time. But, you know, if I get a bit for everything, I'm doing all right. I don't normally pick up this brand. It's a shirt. It's in a 14. It's in a sort of a lilac-y colour, which was very in, wasn't it? And it's polka dots, so actually that might be worth an investigate. See if that's worth selling. If not, it'll go in a bundle. Now this I did like. This was one of the pieces. She said, oh, you can have this, as don't need it anymore. And it's like an overdress. Desperately sure you will need something underneath, unless you're a real exhibitionist. That seemed pretty good nick as well. A little loose. There's a couple of loose threads that I need to look at. But I find these sort of things go really well because, again, they're festively and a bit goth and a bit boho and a bit every single keyword under the sun. I do like crochet. I'm not trying to wear crochet, but I love the idea that you can make something out of a thread that's so pretty. So I'll have to look at that. I can see me spending a lot of time doing repairs. Ah, it's Edinburgh Woolen Mill. Edinburgh Woolen Mill. Oh my God. It's a Santa shirt. It's new with its tags that someone paid £14 for this. I'm thinking Andrea Hills and her liking for Christmas. Look, it's got little Santas, little gingerbread men, little gingerbread houses, and Christmas puddings and candy canes. That's quite a statement shirt. Yeah, don't quite know what to say about that really. Should I pug it away and try and sell it next Christmas? Who knows? Who knows? Hello, French fancies. Lovely to see you. All welcome. I don't quite know what to do with that Christmas shirt. It's offending my eyes. Yeah, there seems to be some advice here, which is talk to lint roller. Yeah, oh, God, and oh yes, there will be much lint roller. Oh, it's a Peruna skirt. I think that's probably a midi actually. Looks quite long though. We'll see. But it being in an 18, they tend to go that way. They tend to come up shorter, don't they? It's a more cottony one, but that's a Peruna, so that's quite a nice thing. There's a pile there that's looking precarious. How much do I reckon per item? Well, the stuff I'm selling individually, I wouldn't put it up unless I'm going to put it up for at least £15. A couple of the things maybe 20 odd, and then the bundles. Well, I don't know. I think Karen Till closes. You're more the expert on how much a bundle goes for than I am. I want to get them shifted. I haven't got the space really. I just want them gone, so I'll bundle them up. The bigger sizes perhaps go for a little more. But I just like them gone. I either want someone to wear them, get some joy out of them, or to resell them. And as long as I factor the postage in properly and you know, then and make some money on them, I'm happy really. This is quite a nice one actually. It looked all very. It's a nice big, very fine striped shirt in the style of what everyone likes for the summer. Nice and loose and comfy. And it's Is it Evie or Evans? It's one of these. E. Oh, that's Evie, isn't it? Evie. And that's a 22. So it's a nice big size. There's going to be a lot of steaming and God knows what going on though. It's going to be hard work. Oh no, I see something here that looks, it's these silky fabrics. I do like a silky. Right, okay, bundle for a tenner. Fill the bigger poly bags and charge £8 postage. It is the dross though. Yeah, some of this is quite good. What I'd probably do is a bit mixed, you know, put a couple of like t-shirty things in and then some of the nicer stuff, and you know, so it's a bit of a mixed bundle. So that they've got a reasonable quality of items. Oh, this is new as well. God, this was £25. The size 22, and it's by Sophie Gray, this SG. I see that around quite a lot. I think that goes through one of the chains of a supermarket. What's lovely about it is not only is it nice and shiny and a bit pencily, it's got, oh, I thought we had pockets. It looked like it had pockets and it doesn't. All I do is put these on. I either flat lay them if they look really appalling on my Edna dummy, or I will pin them if they work. But something like this isn't going to work pinned because it's going to hang all wrong. I might sell that individually actually because that's really rather nice. God, who knew there was so much? Oh, this is a colour and a half. Oh, can't find the item. I'm going to bite the bullet. Oh, give it a little while longer. Have you got to post it tomorrow, Lex? Does it have to go tomorrow, or can you kind of hang fire? It's why I have a slightly longer postage time on my stuff, because it gives me that little bit of leeway when I muck up, as I often do. Yeah, I did find occasionally that they will resell something I've actually sold. That can happen, so it's worth checking back and seeing if you've got a record of already having sold the same item, just in case. Okay, I'm just having a scooch through here. Oh, French Fancies has had a croissant. How lovely. Evie's Peacocks. Yeah, it is one of those, isn't it? Yeah, is it in the most obvious place where you've already looked 3 times and it was just hiding? Is it something small? Is it something very small like jewellery where it could be hiding? You're Lul now. Lul. Oh, it has to go today. Oh, balls. Yes, you're right. Spherical rotundras, as my stepmother would say. Yeah, that's not much fun, is it? God, blimey, this is doing my eyes in. It's very it's the colour it looks like. It really is. It kind of looks like it should have an under layer with it, but it's 100% polyester. That's Qual merch, isn't it? If it's 100% polyester. H&M. There we go, H&M. But it's a little size. It's a 10. So that's in my tiny pile. I say tiny pile because most of this is bigger sizes. I'm not inferring that someone who's a size 10 is necessarily tiny. This is a 14. This is quite a nice print. It's got birdies on it. Oh, back to the boho. All these bows and fussiness at the front. Couldn't be doing with it. Oh no, that's strange because there's belt hooks here. So maybe that doesn't do that. Maybe that's supposed to go. Yeah, I think that's supposed to go kind of round under the bust line and tie at the back, not at the front. But who knows? We'll see. Once I get them on Edna, I can sort of engineer her a bit. Now, I've had quite a lot of people saying, you know, because I sell men's clothes as well when I can get them, the right things. I do have people saying to me, have you got a man mannequin? Have you got a male mannequin? And I have to say, well, no, I haven't. I use my Edna because I find that stuff's sort of going to hang on her anyway. She's not a big girl. She's only a 8 to 10, so she's pretty tiny. And you stick a big jump on her. To be honest, no. I don't think anyone really notices. If it's something that really is going to look ridiculous on her because it's far too big, then I will flat lay it. Obviously. Because some things look better flat laid. I find band t-shirts look better flat laid than when you try and put them on a body because you can see the graphics much clearer. Top tip there. Top tip. Right, I'm looking at this because I'm slightly mesmerised by all this stuff going on around the neckline, but it's this bejeweled thing, and I was just looking because I just wanted to make sure there wasn't a big gap where one had dropped off. But they seem to be all complete. It's phase 8. It's a 14. It's nothing particularly special, but it's not unpleasant. Oops, wrong pile. No, that's the right pile. Funny. Oh, this is a big one. Oh, this is George. Okay. Wow. Okay, George. With bonus cat hair again. This looks like when they sort of work, very long line. So I'm not showing anybody anything of any use, am I? It's sort of like a duster jacket, isn't that what they call them, a duster? So there's a car called a duster, isn't there? Which always seems a ridiculous name for a car. I'm not seeing any fabric labels. Oh, yes, I am. Here we go. George, size 16. An awful lot of polyester in one place. That looks very big for a 16. It's obviously meant to be worn looser. Ah, no, this doesn't go with it. This is something completely different. This is maternity. Oh, God. And it was the cat's nest. Why do I do these things? Okay. Very Logan look, very big. Probably because it's maternity, actually. Not so much Logan look as pregnancy look. Or as I used to put it, a ship in full sail, which is what I looked like when I was pregnant. It was hilarious. I'd be walking down the street and from the back end, I didn't look pregnant, apparently. I mean, obviously I didn't see myself from that angle, but I didn't look pregnant at all. And then I turned sideways and it was literally like a ship in full sail. And you could see people's mouths go, holy cow. Right, that says maternity. It is an 18. It's got a sort of a crepe finish front and a t-shirty back, and it's covered in cat hairs. Oh, yes, I should have bought a dozen link rollers, really, shouldn't I? But I'm getting bored of picking out black, so let's find something brightly coloured. Ooh, now that's a sort of bustier top, which I would think, and maybe it's just me, but I would imagine that if you were an 18, a top with no straps is probably a bit risky. Because I'm not an 18 and I think I'd struggle with a top with no straps, just for the sheer awkwardness of hoping to God everything stayed put. It's very pretty though. It's lovely little floral print there, roses, and that's an 18. Oh no, it's a play suit. I keep doing this, don't I? It's actually a play suit. My God, that's a risk. But you know, if you can work it, that's going to be fab. Now I'm looking at the back here and thinking, has it come apart? No, it's just a little loose thread there that I can fix. So a play suit, and it's new with its tags. And someone paid £35 for it. Oh, .EPs, £35. I tell you, I'm too spoiled to shop. I am. I can't shop these days. I'm too aghast at all the prices. I'm too spoiled. Oh, I've missed something today. Here we go. What have you looked? Yeah. What is it you've lost? A little book of coins. Oh, you mean like the sort of decimal coins where people had one of each type in the early 70s because, and then a little, is it in a blue cover with a plastic thing? It might have slipped under, I want to say sofa or bookcase. It's gone under something. It's gone under something. Because it's so thin, it's, yeah. Sorry, I'm no use to anybody. I do try. I'm usually quite good at finding, but not remotely, not from a remote distance, I mean, if you know what I mean. My speciality is the weather. I was known as Heather the Weather. Because yeah, anyway, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story. Cameron picked up a man's jumper yesterday. Woohoo! You just hang it on a wooden hanger. Fair enough. And you looked like a beach whale with Scott. But no, you would never look like a beach whale. Besides, there's a lot less of you than there was. Yes, that's it. Sacrifice to the eBay gods. I always say that when stuff does that, it's gone to the 5th dimension. The universe is playing with me, toying with me. What is this? I'm fiddling with this. I'm thinking, what the bloody hell is it? It's a size 22, and I think it might be a skirt. Yes, it's got to be a skirt. Again, complete with bonus cat hair. It's a sort of summer weight one. Dirty peas, dirty Birkins. Oh, the cotton. Oh, it's a lot of viscose and elastane. It feels quite nice for viscose and elastane. Actually, that might be an individual. So, right, yes. Okay. Got some very floral things going on here. Not hiding between books. Yes, the eBay gods, indeed. Those fickle creatures. This woman knew how to raid a pound man. That's probably why I never used to find him. Still, this is very sheer. Once again, if Steve's still in, this is very sheer. I mean, truly. It's a smaller size though. I think it's a 14. It's not a small size. What's quite nice about it is it's got this lovely little jewel-like buttons. Nice little design feature there. A floor and very smoky. So, I don't know. I don't know. Might try and sell them individually. May not. Something here is new with tags. Oh, yes, it's a skirt. It's Inspire from New Look, a size 22. Someone paid $9.99 for it, so it's not going to go for a great deal. So I might bundle that anyway. Little short skater style skirt, complete with cat hair. And these cats, because they're white, they were obviously very fond of sitting on black clothes. Whereas I've got a black cat, but if he goes anywhere near white clothes, it's just... Oh, what have we got here? Now, this looks nice and interesting. Is this a good brand? It's Next, so not particularly, but interesting design. Floral print. I think the floral print thing is still, it is amazing. Gee, it is extraordinary. She kind of wanted her space back, and it was a win-win, really. This feels very silky. This, I think it's a top because it's got this sort of bubble hem. If that's a skirt, it's a bloody short one. No, it can't be. It must be a top. Size 18. It will be a top. I'm wondering. Feels silky, but it doesn't mean it's silk. I've been wrong before, mostly on this show. Here we go, polyester and elastane. So that has got a very nice feel to it. So that's quite sweet. That's rather nice. See, no cat hair on that one. Yeah, floral is meant to be the thing again, isn't it? Very much the... Gosh, this one's a size 8 atmosphere. So that means it's going to be absolutely tiny. Barely fit one of my legs. Look at that. That really would barely fit. Yep, that just about goes around my thigh. It's the world's tiniest dress. What can I say, really? A child, possibly. Mind you, I did have some cousins. Well, do have some cousins, but as teenagers, but incredibly skinny. Yeah, we've got to the atmosphere part of the pile here. Nothing like a motivated seller. Yeah, no, this was too much of a gift horse not to take. And she was just desperate to get rid of it. 8. That's the size 8 again. Atmosphere. Job lots, really. I don't mind putting some atmosphere in people's bundles, but I wouldn't want them to feel that they've been cheated in some way. This is a very taffeta feel thing. Love label. Oh gosh, right. It's a bubble hem skirt. That says it's a size 12. Well, I suppose it is. It just looked bigger. Okay, it's a size 12. And what are you made out of? I don't think it's silk. It's a taffeta kind of thing. 100% polyester. Bubble hem. Double hem. If you like that sort of thing, it's never been my style. Yes, little tops. Floral, minor prints and brights. Yeah. Things don't go out completely, do they? They take a while to fade. Pink velvet and white stuff. Yeah, their shops are quite snazzy, aren't they? So are their prices, though. We need to see what people pay for their stuff new. Is this the right way around? Yeah, this is quite cute, actually. It's just a little polka dot top. It's Peruna. That's quite decent. And it's a 12. Bundle. Oh, I quite like the look of this. This feels quite nice. And it's atmosphere. They astound me that they can produce some quite decent things for the money that they charge. It's extraordinary. It just makes my eyes go funny, really. Sort of matchalop top, I suppose, in a decent size. It's 20, little bit of the bright around it, and a zip feature. And towards the bottom. Oh, now I've got to check the zips work, because I remember this. Is this the same top you sold, Karen? The one with the zips that are just there for decoration? I'm making sure they work. Yep, they work. I've got a funny feeling that's the same one, wasn't it, Karen? Someone was selling one of these and had a complaint from someone going, "Oh, the zips don't work," when they did. Oh, hang on. There's a bundle about to go. Right, I've just tilted it that way. Then I'll decant it back into the bags. I've got a system here. Doesn't look like it. Well, there you go. You see, you get chatting to people, Tara, and these things pay off, don't they? It's worth talking to people, because if I hadn't chatted to this lovely lady with her gorgeous jewellery collection, I was admiring it, and I knew I couldn't buy anything because I don't need more stuff. So this is Peruna, a 12 on these floaty, lacy, frilly numbers in a colour that makes me look like a dead salmon. So, but yeah, chatting to people really is the way. I mean, Nick's always said it, you know, a lot of people will say, talk to people, because you never know when there's going to be an opportunity. Oh, I like Butterfly by Matthew Williamson. This is the beach. This is a beach thing, isn't it? Over your swimmies, by the pool, in sunshine, all the things we're all longing for at this time of year. That's very pretty. It's a small size. It's not a decent size. It's a 10. But that's rather lovely, and I may sell that individually just because it's so pretty. It was a Dorothy Perkins one. Good. I just remembered it. It was the thing about the zips on it. It reminded me of, I thought it was you. Stripes never, it's true, the stripe is always there. Certain designs, just perennial. You know, people will always like stuff like that. Well, this is H&M. I always think H&M do nice stuff, but I don't see it going for, sorry, stay there, for decent amounts of money, unless it's sort of been worn by a celebrity or something. But, you know, it's a nice little thing. I used to like H&M for my son's t-shirts and stuff, because they did stuff that wasn't all in blue or brown. And when my son was very young, and he's only 12 now, so we're not talking that long ago, you'd go into one of these lovely department stores and think, right, I need boys, not babies, I need sort of toddlers and up. And then they'd have about 4 racks, and it would all be full of jeans, tracksuit bottoms, things in brown and things in blue. And then the girls section would be 3 times the size and full of colour and far more interesting. So but H&M were a little bit different, because you'd find their stuff. I'm just peering at this to see what size it is. It's actually a 12. You'd find their stuff was a bit more colourful and a bit more continental. It's European fashion for boys is a bit more colourful and not all just the same. Oh, blue and brown. I used to despair of it. I truly did. Stripes, not hard for me being a paddy. What's not hard for you being a paddy? If I missed something. Oh, having a chat to somebody, of course. Oh, it's the usual thing when someone's put the safety pin in to preserve their modesty in the breastal area. Because nobody wants their nipples to the wind. So I've taken the safety pin out. Actually, that's quite a decent length dress. What have we got here? Ah, that's the front. There we go. It's next. Black again, my favourite colour. It's not really anything special. It's very plain, and it's only an 8. That's quite a slimline one, but someone might want a little white dress. Gosh, we haven't got too much more to go. I'm probably bored the arse off you all. But you know, you want a haul, you get everything. And this doesn't even include the other 3 bags. The same amount again I've already been through and picked out some nice bits. Purple. I've seen a few of these. The designs are often quite good. I don't think they go for very much, but this is an XL size. Now again, you're saying this is XL. What, in China? It's like, I mean, I'm not the most mahoosive in the world, but I'd struggle. I don't know though, actually. It might just about stay up on me. But I quite like the design. It's got all this florally stuff. Very boho. Oh, bonus cat hair again. Oh, dear God. But quite pretty. You know, something like that. I'm quite happy to put on individually because, you know, it's the sort of thing someone will be scrolling through eBay thinking I'm going on holiday in a few months and I just want to wear something that's joyful. And I think that's probably quite joyful. Extra large, no, it's not. not by my reckoning, not by a long shot. Ooh. Oh, now I remember seeing this and then thinking, oh, it's peacocks and being mildly disappointed. Again, I think this is a case of a decent design will mean it will sell. I just liked it. It's like a little shruggy cardigan-y thing. It's got studs. Quite unusual. Some Primani does do well, Karen. I'm a bit of a loss as to know which is good. I know things like their faux leather jackets are okay, and if it's very stylish, but some of their things are so badly made. There we go. Scarf print, I think is what you call this. There's a keyword for you. Scarf print. And it is silky. I mean, I very much doubt it's silk. Let's have a look. I can be surprised. No, it is polyester, but they've made a good job of that. That actually feels quite nice. I might try and sell that individually, just because it's unusual. You know me, if it's unusual, I'll try and sell it. Oh, hang on, there's something jangling. Oh God, we've got jangly bits. Halter necks. I like a halter neck, but I can't wear them anymore. But I used to really like a halter neck, and I think, yeah. Anyone spot the problem? It's missing a bit. I don't think you can steal another bit and put it there. So no, we've lost some of our attachments. What I might do is save some of these attachments, put them in my button box because no one's going to want it with. So I'll put that in the sort of raggy bit. And I do salvage buttons and things just because you never know when you're going to need them. Oh, they're Disney stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay. Not offensive, although I'm not a fan of this kind of arrangement. Because you could take it off if you were desperate. Unfortunately, the pearls, it's got sort of faux pearls, but they seem very worn. Yeah. I think when you put it in the wash, it doesn't come out so well, so that may not sell. It is a 16, but I'm not going to sell something that I wouldn't wear myself. Well, oh, now this is a nice one. This is one of the dresses she said, oh, you can have these anyway because they don't fit me anymore. This is a nice dress, but it's got this unusual sort of slightly blouson bit around the frontage. So yes, I mean is that going to work? I'm not sure about who that's going to work on. Oh, it's Lindy Bop. Okay, it's Lindy Bop. I can live with that. But that sort of odd style where it kind of hangs around in the sort of breasticle area. It's odd because it either makes you look sort of huge or it hides what you have. So probably not the most flattering design. It's not going to be silk or anything. Lindy Bop never is, but they are popular. They're all good style, so we'll see if we can sell that individually. Oops, Marks and Spencer's I'm seeing here. Oops, oh, the rubbish bag's getting really full. Oh. Is a 28 waist to size 10? Yes. 30, I always go by the basis of, sorry, I'm fiddling my hair because I can't see bug all. Look, I need a haircut. A 30 is a 12, and that's the best way to do it. You've never found Lindy Bop? I've seen them in the shops, but they're often marked quite high. But they don't actually have a massive resale value. They're not half as good as you think they would be, probably because they're very popular. But they still go for a decent amount. There we go. Oh, it's endless, these little things. Sparksy, sparksy. Rather plain, boring little top in the bias cut style. Size 10, small pile. Yeah. God, I'm diving the wrong bag then. Oh, this little floral job. Embellished. We like this. Next woman. See-through again. There, see-through. Sometimes you can tell if they're meant to have a layer underneath because they'll actually have like a little, the quality ones will have little places you can, and this has the remnants of some sewing. So I reckon there was an inner layer to this, but someone might still want it for over the top of a swimsuit. It's quite pretty. The beading's quite nice. It's not a big size either. It's a 14, so that's probably one for the job lotting someone might appreciate. Oh, this looks pretty. And it's new with tags, and it's warehouse, UK 12. I'm not showing this very well, I know it's one of these ones with a high neck, but that's really rather nice, bit oriental in style. Silky. Oh, this might be silk actually. No, it's polyester again. They're getting really good with the way they make polyester feel like silk. That is, I'm impressed. You wouldn't know. So this has got an interesting neckline at the front then, because it has this sort of keyhole crosser. I can't show it at all, can I? Sort of kind of a keyhole thing going on here. So a bit of cleavage exposure. That's really nice. That will sell individually, or at least it should do. What was it new? £55? It's not silk. Anyway, sorry. The Hell Bunny stuff does. Heel Bunny. Predictive text. Oh, this is all a bit glossy. It's Bay. Does anyone remember Bay trading? I don't think they're still going anymore. When I lived in Croydon, there was one there, and they were so cheap. But strangely, this actually has quite a nice brooch on the front, so maybe someone will want it. Who knows? It's a 16. It's a bit Barbara Carpenter, really, that, for me. Bay trading, it was accessible fashion. I mean, it was before, I think it was before Primark and all that. So, what we got here? Oh, okay. Can't see a label. Looks a bit homemade. Oh. No. Yeah, that might be homemade actually. It's a little skirt. Now, sometimes homemade things are wonderful and sometimes they're just not. It's a stretchy fabric though. Oh, no, someone might like it. Oh gosh, the ubiquitous white linen. Liz Claiborne though. Okay. And some people quite like Liz Claiborne, and this is a UK 10, which is quite generous if that's a 10. And that certainly needs. Yeah, you can see what happens when people hang things. Oh, you really can't see it on there. People hang white stuff in a wardrobe and just leave it. It all discolours, so that clearly got to go in the wash. Right, I am so nearly at the bottom of this bag. So very nearly. Isn't that amazing? Marks and Spencer's. Largest size. We have a size 20 medium. Buttons are present this time, that's good. And they are sort of culottes, I suppose. Culottes, wide leg, cropped trouser arrangement. Don't know how, maybe they're linen, that might help. I wonder if it can tell me. Linen blend. I'm sure someone will enjoy those. There we go. Oh, man. I've got my work cut out, haven't I, really? But I really do have to do my taxes. Okay. This was being sold for £12.99, H&M. With tags. Just a little short skirt. Nothing special, really. But it's new with its tags. So we might try and sell that. Oh, gosh, mate, I've bored myself, haven't I? Look, yawning. What do I think I'd make? Well, God knows. I mean, turnover, it's got to be a couple £100 in it. It must be. Must be a couple £100. But I mean, you know, I've had a bit of a sharp wake-up call in terms of what actual profit is. You know, I worked out that even with all of my turnover, my actual profit from it was about maybe 60% of my turnover was actual profit. So yeah, it makes you think. And then the taxman comes along, gobbles up a whole bunch more. So yeah, which is why I'm so wary of not wasting my time on something that isn't going to make me enough money. I've just, you know, I've been doing this now for 3 years, but about a year and a half properly seriously, you know, really growing it. And I didn't see what size that was, 16. And to be honest, yeah, you know, I really, really appreciate the whole thing of you've got to work smarter and not harder. It's great to be learning, but I can't afford to be spending time selling something that I've paid £2 for and sells for a tenner, because if only half of the profit, which would be £8, is mine, really? Yeah. So I'm being a lot. I would say I'm being a lot harsher with myself and a lot more focused on trying to say I just want to either get the money fast, or if it is a high value item, hold out for a sensible amount of return because it's worth it. If you're underselling too many things, then you're literally on a treadmill because you've got to buy more. Yeah, everyone's got to find their own way of doing these things. Like most people, I'll try something, change my mind, try something else, do it a different way. But I've by and largely settled on trying to have mostly higher value items with a selling price, of trying to get my average selling price high. So I don't mind if I'm not selling more, so long as the value of what I'm selling is higher. Because to list one item is almost the same amount of effort whether you're listing a £10 item or a £60 item. And time is money. You can only do so much with the time you have. So it's kind of trying to sort of do it wisely. Why have I put that there? That's an individual item. I've messed my piles up again. I think I may have to go back and have a look. Anywho, yeah, so there isn't a right or wrong way to do it, and I think you learn by experience and you find out what you want to do and how you want to do it and what works for you, and you have to make mistakes to find out what not to do. Yes, that's an individual one, isn't it? I have messed my files up. Oh, deep joy. Been a great fun sorting all that out. Ah, man. What's the time? Look, it's getting dark out there now. What is it? 15:32. French fancies. Was told by my French. Hello, Lainey. Told by my French accountant you have to sell for a minimum 3.5 times what you pay for. So, easily, yeah. I think I'd had that as an absolute minimum. If anything, I'd like 5 times, just for the margin of error. Unless it's a higher end item, you're spending £10 to make £50 back, fine. But I'm not going to spend £10 to make 25. You know, to sell for 25. I might do, but you know, it's big investment here. Oh, Karen's got Halo because she's done her taxing. Did her tax back in May. Yeah, well, that's good girl. The rest of us all have to find out the same. It is finding what works for you, and it's not going to be the same. The whole point of this is you're always learning, you're always changing, and there aren't any hard and fast rules apart from do what you need to do and enjoy it. Because if you stop enjoying it, it doesn't matter how much money it's making. If you don't like it anymore, and sometimes people do get fed up with it. I'm not there yet. I'm quite enjoying it, but I am severely surrounded by clothes, and I need to do something about this because it's going to get on my nerves. So I need to get them out the door. Hence the bundle. Oh, excuse me. Get where you're coming from, and the better to spend 20 to make 120. Yeah, absolutely. That's one listing. But the thing is, you're going to come across those really good high-end items with a massive margin very infrequently. Like I was saying, I was lucky enough this morning to pick up a Gudrun Stoden or Shoden or whatever they call it dress for £3. Now I've just sold one for around £50, and this hasn't even been worn. There's got to be a good 60 odd quid in this. Yeah, that's fantastic. But the chances of finding them, yeah, you know, they come along, but they're not there all the time. So it's getting the balance between your volume, your bread and butter, stuff and the high-end stuff. Much as I'd love to do only high-end stuff, it's not always around. So I try and be picky though when I'm out hunting. I leave a lot of stuff behind, which I didn't used to when I first started. I just think, worth it, worth it. Because I'm sort of lazy by nature, I suppose. I don't want to overwork. I work hard enough as it is for little enough money. I'm not going to give myself more work to do unless I have to. Yeah, and space too. Big stuff, big coats. Yeah, big coats and big jumpers down the shed. But yeah, I've kind of got a lot now to try and put away. It's going to take me forever to deal with this lot. And I'll be back down the flea market on Friday, and I'll probably want to hit another jumble sale. So yeah, it never stops. But I don't mind having a backlog because it's, for me, it's stock in waiting. It's just right for listing and it's waiting. I don't mind having stuff sitting there because I know I will list it, and I rarely have a massive backlog. So the fact that this lot's come in, that's fine. I can get cracking photographing this tomorrow now because the light's gone, and I can have the good stuff listed pretty quickly, and then I'll make up my mind about how to do the bundles, and they'll be on by next week. So I'll be happy to do that. But I want to shift some of my existing stock as well. Yeah, space is always at a premium. Well, my lovelies, it's, oh, hang on, let's have a look at it. Just measuring a men's M&S jacket. It says 44 chest. It's coming up as a 48. What I would say is, say it's a 44 chest, but put the measurements in the listing. Sometimes they're designed to be roomy or they're meant to be baggier, but the M&S are pretty good with their sizing as well. Yeah, I would advertise it as a 44. I mean, that's 4 inches extra. It depends what kind of a jacket it is as well, really. But the style back in the 90s was quite loose, whereas now people tend to wear the jackets very tight. But yeah, you know, as long as you've got the measurements in it. I just do pit. I do pit to pit, nape to hem, sleeve length across the shoulders. They're usually the most essential ones I do. My husband sort of told me that's what he needs to know if he's going to buy something, because everyone's put on differently. So it's wool, 1991. Hey. Yeah, it might have stretched. This is true. Things do stretch and shrink and change shape. Diesel jeans, I'm naming them, because every time there's a label on that says what size they are, they never measure the right size at all. They go that way and that way. So that can be annoying. Oversized, yeah, because that sort of big loose jacket things was a look. Like anything, it suits some people, not everybody. Just like the tight jacket look will suit some people, but not everybody. Well, girls and boys, I best let you get on. I'm yawning, I'm sorry. It's getting dark, that's why. I need to go and hibernate and deal with this lot. Oh, by God. That was my distraction technique, talking to you lot, so I didn't have to go and deal with it. Oh, Karen's going to go and get 2 sacks for a tenner tomorrow. Yeah, it's bundle fodder. Oh, maybe there'll be some nice pieces in there too. I hope you find some goodies. So happy hunting to you all. I hope you enjoy yourself. I think there's probably going to be a reseller, ladies, towards the end of the week. I haven't heard anything, but we do tend to be doing it now on a Friday, don't we? So that will be fun. Okay, so I shall say tatty bye. Nice to see you all. I might go and lie down for a few minutes, watch a video, catch up on the remainder of Lex's jewellery, perhaps, and watch a couple of others. And then I'm going to start this lot. Does anyone envy me all those cat hairs? I might find a cushion and see if I can stuff it with all the collected hairs. That would be nice. Anyway, have fun, people. Thank you for tuning in, etc., etc. And make sure that anyone who isn't subbed to Alexis channel gets subbing to her, because she only needs about 40 to get to 1,000, which is pretty damned amazing. Well done. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye now. I've got to stop the broadcast now. Here we go. Right button. Bye.